Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries. According to their way, and according to their doings I judged them. And when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name. When they said to them, These are the people of the Lord, and are gone forth out of his land. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, Thus saith the Lord God, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, saith the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes. And ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers. And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. I will also save you from all your uncleannesses, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree, and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways, and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, saith the Lord God, be it known unto you. Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord God, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the wastes shall be builded, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. And they shall say, This land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced, and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I, the Lord, build the ruined places, and plant that was desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. Thus saith the Lord God, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel, to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feasts. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am the Lord.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations. Hopefully, they got there pushing the word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, and what I want to get into, okay, tonight in the spirit power, all right, and the inspiration of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, you're dealing with all right, his wicked agenda, because as you have, these seducing spirits, they call themselves leaders and teachers of Israel, pretty much putting Jake in the spirit, okay, of failure, okay, putting Jake in the spirit of being led to the slaughter, okay, by being combative. So you have now, I say Jake thing is, it's a problem with us bringing out, articles and clips, okay? But at the end of the day, these things are happening in real time, okay? Matter of fact, let's go to this real quick. All right, things are happening in real time that lead up to prophecy. So we're going to keep going into these things, So if you feel as if we're going off by doing that, hey, so be it, okay? Because at the end of the day, the elect, all right, are going to hear the word and be edified, okay? The elect are going to take heed, okay, and be attentive, okay, in these times that we're in, okay? Now, when you go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 22, it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth, okay? The days are prolonged and every vision faileth. And see, this is the mindset of the masses of our people, okay? As you had the lockdowns and people was kind of panicking and trying to watch videos and, trying to get into the herbs and the earth and, trying to do right. And, you had that spirit out there. But then as things relax, all right, people are more in the slumber than they were before, okay? And their action shows as if prophecy is not, all right, at hand. The way people act shows that they move as if prophecy don't exist, okay? Verse 23 says, Tell them, therefore, thus says the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. You see, and we have to really, even ourselves, we have to really meditate on the videos that's going out, the things that's happening, and understanding like the prophecy that we read about, they're going to happen in real time. This is going to be a reality soon. Okay, we have to really meditate and take it, take time to think about, okay, these things are finna happen in the earth. Okay, the worst time since the earth ever was. You see, what manner of person are we to be? Okay, so as we see these things happening, the Lord is finna bring the effect of every vision. We're going to see people starve. We're going to see a lot of gun violence in America. We're going to see teeth of wild beasts devouring it. We're going to see these different things, man. You see, militias out. We're going to see these things. Hey, you see, chaos. All right, and the scriptures tell us the mind frame we should be in. Okay, as we go to what's that, Ephesians? Yeah, I think Ephesians 5. All right, this is Ephesians 5. Okay, I started 14. It says, Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead. All right, and Yahweh shall give thee light. And see, through Yahweh we can see all these things plainly. Okay, but you have Jake that has doctrine that's rocking. All right, people that know that Israelites back to sleep. Okay, there's a lot of people that's finna sleepwalk into the MOTB. Okay, because a few men pride, thousands, maybe millions of Israelites are going to walk. Okay, they know that they're Israelites are going to sleepwalk into this MOTB. Okay, it's time to be lively, man. It's time to be aware. You see, And that's the worst prophecy ever to have a gray area in or a doubt in, is the MOTB. Okay? See, then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Okay? Circumspectly means to what? To look around, circle, going back to circle, inspect. Okay, going to inspect, inspect things that's going on around us, man. Okay? Understanding these moving parts that's happening in the earth as it relates to prophecy, man. Okay? It says redeeming the time because the days are evil. And how do we redeem the time, man? Hey, being on our watch, investing in this. Because in the world, we spend time in vanity and BS. Okay? So now it's like we in makeup mode and really tapping in to what's going on around us, man, as it relates to prophecy. Okay? Redeeming the times. All right? And the time we spend BS, and now we spend that time, all right, being watchmen, okay, and reporting on what we're watching in the spirit. Hey, you see? So I got a few videos I want to get, okay. And the brother got in the NLT. Yep, it's a brother. Corner Watt, GMS prayer always hope for elect. It's Ephesians 5:14 in NLT. It said, "For the light makes everything visible. This is why it is said, awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Yahushua will give you light." And everything is visible. We can see clearly what the devil is up to, man. Okay? We can clearly see what his man is heading. What his man is heading with his agenda. Okay? And how it relates to prophecy. Okay? So let's watch this first one real quick. Let me share the screen. Because at the end of the day, there's a new way coming, okay, to buy and sell. Okay? That's coming. And you sit here and play and talk about rape and prostitutes and white women, okay. All right, but this is still the effect of every vision is still at hand, when Jake get through talking about nothing. Okay? You can play these games, but this is the worst prophecy to play around with, man. Okay? I'll get that in a minute, yep. So I'm gonna let this play. All right, and we'll get back to some precepts. And I got another video I want to get into as well. But this is going into the CBDC. Okay?
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's, where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned.
The important thing to understand is central bank digital currencies are not currencies. It's a financial transaction control grid. If you don't behave, you can have your money turned off.
How concerned are you about the collapse of the U.S. dollar, sir?
It's the end of the dollar system. So the end is near for the U.S. dollar, and my concern is it's going to wipe out stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. Just for my generation, the boomer generation, we're in serious trouble because the only reason our stocks, bonds, mutual funds are up is because the Fed and the Treasury just kept printing more and more money.
I mean, COVID makes it accelerates the process of digitalization and automatization. It legitimizes the deployment of mass surveillance, and it makes surveillance go under your skin.
This is Richard Werner, the top academic scholar in the world on central banking.
The nature of this CBDC, what is it actually going to look like? They never talk about that.
Right.
But I heard one European central banker tell me what it's going to look like. He saw it. and it was around this large.
So what is he speaking of? Okay, he says about this large. What is he speaking of, man? Okay, it's plain to see. So I'm I'll let this play out.
Large, and would be implanted under your skin.
We are about to face one of the greatest periods of uncertainty in American history. Organize your finances, expand your knowledge, your insight as to what it is that you have, and then start making decisions.
And one way to protect your money.
No. All right. And, you know, they come up with them whack ass solutions. It's not gonna work. Okay. People finna be through. You see? So we know in order to bring in another, all right, currency, they have to crash current currencies. Okay. And we see that in the making, because if the US dollar crashed, the world currencies crash, because everything is based off, everything is valued off that dollar. Okay. So let's go here. Open this one up. All right, so everything is latched onto that dollar. So if the dollar crashes, it's going to be the world economy. And what they're going to do, they're going to roll out their currency that they already conditioning people for. Okay, and cryptocurrency only segue people into digital currency. That's why they let it boom and let a few people get rich off of it. They made a big deal about it. Okay, to get you used to, okay, crypto money, because crypto just means hidden. Okay. Just like digital money is going to be hidden. You're not going to be able to physically, all right, possess money. It's going to be all digital. Okay. Proverbs 22:3 says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on or are punished. Okay. And we in a time where Jake is dumbing people down with these doctrines, man. Okay. It don't matter, you know, how many precepts you knew, how many breakdowns you done broke down, and 10-hour okay breakdowns. But then you get to the MOTB and you become simple, okay, and it's gonna lead to a punishment, man. You see? It says Psalms 21:1 said, for they intend the evil against thee, they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able, okay, to perform, because this man is going to fail. Okay. But in his failure, the Most High is going to allow him to terrorize the earth, all right, for a moment in time. Okay. Until he's moved out the way. All right. So I got another video I want to get into. Let's see, yeah. And this is going to be a little longer. All right. And it goes into the H plus, because at the end of the day, Esau Edom wants to create his own eternal blessing through technology. That's his mindset. You see? And I believe that he did a lot of experiment with the juice, on people. He had depopulation agendas, but then, I believe he did a lot of experiments with people to see how they, will be receptive of this, this new technology, man. Okay, which we can't speak much on, but hey, this man really wants to be immortal. Okay, and I say he thinks that he can achieve that through technology, man. So we finna see this man do some bugged out, weirdo, things to try to achieve, his agenda. You see? So let's play this. Let's see.
the father of the space age. That's what they call him. You know what he said? I'm not the father of the space age. This guy, Jack Parsons, was openly a devil worshiper. He developed the fuel that enabled us to penetrate the stratosphere. Satellites could not have come about without this guy. In his diary that he himself wrote, he had a dream. This is 1948. He had a dream where he saw somebody that he calls Belial Dajjal. And he tells him, you are helping me. Okay, I'm not making this up. You think I'm making this up? Wallahi, I'm not making this up. You go look it up yourself. Okay, so where's all this stuff coming from? Seriously, where's it all coming from? We're in the age of the Dajjal, you know. It's just Allahu Alam, when and where and what, but this is it, people. As far as I'm concerned, it's end game. Read about the magic and the Enlightenment period. All these scientists were magicians. They were all into black magic. You read about Francis Bacon. I just read a biography of Francis Bacon called Knowledge is Power, Magic and the Creation of Modern Science. Francis Bacon was reading all these magical books. 2001: A Space Odyssey. What's his name? Arthur C. Clarke. Arthur C. Clarke, great technologist. He actually has most of the patents that enabled the satellites, right? If you look at his interview with BBC in 1961, where he predicts the internet, he predicts the cell phones, he predicts texting. He said that by the year 2000, people are going to have handheld devices that enable them to talk to anybody anywhere, right? Arthur C. Clarke said, and he has 3 laws of technology. One of his laws is no technology reaches a level of complexity except it becomes indistinguishable from magic. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a Luddite, right? I'm using a microphone right now. I'm not a Luddite.
And what he's going into is just how, okay, these top, you know, tech guys and engineers and, okay, inventors of Esau Edom, okay, are heavy into witchcraft, man, which the scriptures go into that, okay? You see the satellite, you know, then it was, you know, you know, it's funny, it was 1948, you know, the same year that they pretty much put themselves in our land, saying that they're us, you know. These Edomites are tapped in on the left-hand side, man. And you had a guy in the 60s predicting, you know, cell phones, laptops, and different things. Because Esau be having these events, you know, these things decades in advance. It's just when he chooses to mass produce them. And also, you know, that's how you know that we really, you know, we see clips of things and news clips, but this man can be way farther than we think, you know, with his NWO, man. Okay. with the C hips. That's why things can happen quick. Okay, because he was talking about technology, all right, 30, 40 years in advance, you know. So they knows that they, you know, they was making cell phones in the 60s, and they slowly start bringing them out. Okay. This man is the devil. And so that's why the scriptures say, hey, let's get that in Revelation 16 and 15. You see? And let's get that in Ephesians, okay? Now, 2 Thessalonians. Now, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. Yeah, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. And let's get Revelation, all right, 16 and 15, okay? And we can get that Luke, okay, 21, 35, and 36, okay? Because I say things can happen extremely quick, okay? Extremely quick, man. I say this man, he's tapped in on the left-hand side, but this is his blessing, you know? We're going to go into it some more.
But this whole worshipful attitude towards technology, to me, is really stupid.
The Illuminati's agenda to use the Apple Computer Company to brainwash the masses in preparation for the transhumanist evolution, as well as prepare them to accept the mark of the beast. The Apple Computer Company is a sinister company being used in the Illuminati agenda to prepare the Antichrist kingdom. So the first thing that you just need to do is look at the logo. It's an apple and there's a bite out of it. So what are they trying to say and symbolize with this logo? If you look at the official story, you're never going to get the truth. We're dealing with satanic secret societies. They keep everything secret. And so this is a symbol from Apple Computer of satanic Luciferian enlightenment, that godhood can be achieved by a bite out of the forbidden fruit.
The first Apple was sold for $666.66.
Historical first yesterday, as Apple, maker of MacBooks and the iPhone, of course, became the first public U.S. company to be valued at $1 trillion.
It's the company that promised to change the world. Today, it's iPhones and other products the center of life on the go. Now, Apple making history as the world's first $1 trillion company.
Now, this is an HP commercial, and as you can see, for those of you who study the Illuminati, you understand the transhumanist agenda. They believe that at some point they will become gods by merging themselves with technology. It's called the singularity. Ray Kurzweil, a Google executive, is actually saying that by 2045, we will achieve what he calls singularity, man merging with machine, therefore man evolving into a god. And here we have Dr. Dre promoting this transhumanist agenda. Later on in the commercial, the Beats by Dre conveniently comes here. And I mean, it's blatant, 666, the number of the beast. Now, this to most brainwashed people who do not know that there is an Illuminati matrix, a satanic antichrist matrix that blinds their eyes so they can't even see the truth hidden right in front of their eyes.
Apple possibly poised to make the biggest deal in its history and in the process create what could be hip-hop's first billionaire. This is all about Dr. Dre's popular company Beats, which does headphones and much more.
In the late, the Renaissance period and the Enlightenment period were involved heavily in magic. And you can study this in the history of it. They were very interested in alchemy. All of these sciences came out of these occultic sciences. So there's a relationship between very, very sophisticated sciences and magic. Many of the people that are involved in film, many of the people involved in music, many of the people that are involved in newscasting, they know how to manipulate the minds of people, whether it's done with this type of magic or simply with the power of technology and the higher magic. The result is the same. You get people that are as if they're possessed. When you actually find out about the characters that were involved in producing a lot of this technology and you read the history of it, you find that they were really involved in a lot of these things, which is very strange. And when you see the result that these things have on people and the effect that they have on them. The men that invented the nuclear bomb were all wizards, really. They were wizards. And some of them were involved in black magic. This is simply a fact. So the demonic realm is real. And there are people, unfortunately, that are actively involved in attempting to bring that realm into this realm. And this is where it gets very strange.
As the Luciferian philosophy, they don't believe that there ever was a God or that there ever is a God, aside from man himself. And man has not reached that state yet, but can, this is what they teach in the lodges, that if you perfect yourself as the temple of the God within, we've all heard this in the New Age movement, you too can become God.
The term I am seems to be quite powerful and is used more often than any of us even think about. And God said to Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. So what does I am mean? I am means God. It means bypassing God and cheating death. The elite find ways to live for time now, and they are getting close. I am means hijacking God's creation and changing it so it can defy death, which is not natural. We are meant to live and die. It's as simple as that. Is anyone familiar with the pop star will.i.am? He is admittedly a futurist, meaning that he is big on the development of future technologies. Not to say that this is inherently bad, but when you understand what I am actually means, then it changes your perspective pretty quickly. will.i.am owns a company called I Am Plus.
Now, when Most High told Moses, "I am that I am," he was pretty much telling Moses that he exists. Okay, he was telling Moses, "I exist." Okay, and then he gave him a proper name, all right, which is Yahweh, which is, all right, he is, he exists. This is how we refer to him. Okay, and see, Esau wants our blessing. Okay, because we're the only, all right, nation of people that's promised immortality. Okay, and this is what this man's want. And see, this man is going to go all out. He's going to exhaust all resources to achieve that, man. And he's going to do damage to a lot of people in the earth to try to achieve that. Now, like I said, we don't know how far this man really is within his agenda. The things that he's letting leak out and the information that's coming out. Okay, the things that the Most High is exposing, okay, with the devil, that's why the scriptures say, even now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Okay, this is Revelation. Now, if let me get Thessalonians, then we get that real quick. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:2 said, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Okay, we understand it's going to be unexpected. Okay, the event's going to happen quick, man. It's not going to take much for this place to spiral out of control. Okay, the Quran to be mandated and World War III to jump off. Okay, because World War III, hey, there's going to be a war of missiles. Okay, ain't going to be no SKs and AK-40. There's going to be missiles. Okay, it's going to start with with conventional missiles, then it's going to get nuclear, man. And then it's going to be Yahweh Shai. Revelation 16:15 says, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame." Lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Okay? Hey, it's going to be quick. Yahweh Shai going to be on the scene, okay, after the tribulation. Okay? In the days of tribulation, Salakia. Let's get this. This is Luke 21:35. It said, "For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the earth." And see, people are going to be in the snare. You see? People don't, you see, the gospel gives us an option out. It gives us a way out. It gives us a belief in something beyond this. But if you don't got that, you in the snare. Okay? And it's going to come quick. You see? Verse 36, it said, Luke 21:36, it said, "For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth." All right. "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things." Okay. And scripture tell us to what? Watch. It's constantly telling us to watch, man. "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that we are able, to escape these things." Okay, but Jake has you watching for something that ain't there. Okay, the MOTB is gonna be a device, man. Okay, this man is tapped into his technology. It's gonna be a device. Okay, he wants to put you on the Internet of Things. Okay, let me.
When you go to the About section of I Am Plus, it says this: I Am Plus is a Hollywood-based technology company Our vision is to create a community of creatives and coders, and believe that through music and technology as the first step, we can usher in a powerful new era built on AI. Artificial intelligence, of course. So this is obviously a pro-transhumanism company. Not to mention, H+ is the abbreviation for transhumanism. And there is a magazine called H+, dedicated entirely to transhumanism. will.i.am seems like a harmless pop artist that makes music for little kids, but it goes much deeper than that. In fact, when you really pay attention to his music videos, you see a lot of transhumanist symbolism. It even shows in his work with the Black Eyed Peas. Let's start with Beyonce and her album, I Am, Sasha Fierce. So I looked around a little, and sure enough, I found an ad for the Beyonce 2009 I Am tour with her portrayed as a cyborg. I also found a picture from a performance where she was dressed like the android from the 1927 movie Metropolis. In fact, Metropolis is one of the very first dystopian movies about transhumanism and still shows up in a lot of today's pop music. In the movie, there is an inventor who creates a machine man that he considers to be the man of the future. The android has the ability of taking the form of any person, and the inventor says that no one will be able to tell a machine man from a mortal. It blows my mind that the transhumanist dream was already present back in the 1920s. And today we see Beyonce, Kylie Minogue, Janelle Monáe, Christina Aguilera, Lady Gaga, and many more paying homage to the Metropolis, whether they are in the know or not. Let's check out a company called Humai. This company is dedicated to figuring out how to upload people's consciousness into computers in order to live forever. What's interesting is that Humai backwards says I am. You can't make this stuff up. One of the people that work there is Kate Aquino. She's listed as a futurist, and she's all over the internet under the handle Miss Metaverse, pushing the transhumanist agenda. Her father happens to be Michael Aquino, a satanic high priest and founder of the Temple of Set. But not only that, he was a lieutenant colonel for the United States military at the same time, and the military was fully aware. Here's an old newspaper article about Michael Aquino with the title, Devil Worshipper Holds Sensitive Army Post and Top Brass Says No Problem. Here he is hanging out with Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. And it doesn't matter if you believe in that kind of stuff. The scary thing is that they do believe it, and they are acting on it. One day, everything in this world that was once natural will be synthetic and without a soul. And they are knowingly and actively corrupting his creation to the core. At least that's what they think.
So what we're looking at behind this whole agenda, they're being open about it because they're trying to sell it as making people superhuman. The whole term singularity refers to a point where artificial intelligence becomes greater in thinking potential than human consciousness, the human conscious mind. Of course, it's complacence, because the opposite case, it's not about making people superhuman, it's about making them subhuman. It's about the end of humanity as we know it in terms of anything. That is the entire agenda of this transhumanist nightmare which is unfolding around us, and which the Singularity University here is pushing and pushing and pushing, and Kurzweil and co are pushing and pushing and pushing.
Here's the way they look at it. Here's their metaphor. Adam and Eve were held prisoner in the Garden of Eden by an unjust, cruel, and vindictive God until Lucifer set man free from this garden by giving him the gift of intellect. Through the use of intellect, man will conquer the earth, will conquer nature, and will himself become God. It's taught in every Masonic temple in this land, every secret brotherhood, every secret society. Every mystical temple, every occult organization teaches the Luciferian philosophy.
To bring in the New World Order, they need to create a big brother spying system where everyone is monitored and they can, just like God, see all things.
People think of Google primarily as a search engine on the internet, which first of all gives it enormous power because of its of the search engine arena. Because through algorithm codes and other technology and methods, they can manipulate the stories that appear most prominently on their search engine lists.
Of course not. That is a warm hoodie.
Yeah, no, it's a thick hoodie. It's a company hoodie. We print our mission on the inside.
What? Oh, my
really?
God, the inside of the hoodie, everybody. Take a moment. What is it? Making the
world more open and connected.
Oh my God, it's like a secret cult. Look at that, making the world open and connected, stream graph platform, and this weird symbol in the middle that is probably for the Illuminati. Oh, 2010.
No, it's 2010.
Okay. Oh, no.
Here's the way they look at it. Here's their metaphor. Who brought man the gift of fire? They believe Lucifer. What was the gift of fire? Knowledge, intellect. Hasn't man created industry, culture, society, science from the use of one solitary thing? Fire.
That the discovery or invention or harnessing of fire was one of the great scientific and technological discoveries in all of human history. Fire, to a great extent, made human civilization possible. Fire made it possible. There was no Bronze Age without fire. No Iron Age without fire. No Industrial Revolution without fire. The advances of science and technology are greatly dependent on the human ability and capacity to take fire and use it for human good. Fire makes it possible for us to text and tweet and email and Instagram and Facebook and socially be dysfunctional with each other.
بلى من كسب سيئة وأحاطت به
Yeah, so as you can see, the devil, has pretty much set up a very, satanic society, man. Okay, and there's a lot of these secret societies, and there's a lot of Satanism, okay, that Esau Edom pushes throughout the earth, man. That's why the earth is just so dark. Okay, people are just, wicked as hell. Okay. Demons infested in people, man. Okay, this man has created a very satanic society, man. Okay, and it goes back to the garden. Okay, this is how you know this is the serpent ruling the earth, man. Okay, and the serpent, which was a man. Okay, and then you go to Genesis 3:1. What does the beginning say? The fall of man. Okay, and this is Esau. He's headed this way again. The serpent is, under his doctrine, the earth fails, man. Okay, showing you that the same spirit that was in the serpent was in Cain. You see the same symbol for Facebook is a secret Masonic symbol for Tubal Cain, because they know where they go back to. Okay, they know where they go back to, man. These elites and higher up, they know exactly they go back to the serpent. Okay. On a much deeper level, they know that Genesis 3:1, it said, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord power had made, And he said unto the woman, yeah, have the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And this is what he introduces his doctrine, okay, to Eve, okay? But we're going to focus, all right? That's why him and Eve have such a bond today, all right? Stockton them alone, okay? Now, when you go to serpents, like, all right, serpent, and go to the Hebrew, all right, the root word, all right, which is nakash, okay, which means to practice divination, to divine, to observe signs, to learn by experiments, all his research and trials. Okay, he's tapped in heavy to the left-hand side. He has time to experience, practice fortune telling, okay, practice divination, other signs and omens. These are warlocks and witches, man. They run the earth. You see, and they have all their little underlings in the higher positions in the earth. The people you go vote for, they're lower level witches and warlocks under, okay, the elites. The people that you Jakes line up and go vote for, you cry for, okay? they're all warlocks, man. You see, this man is heavy into witchcraft. The technology he has tapped in, he tapped into the left hand side, man, and was able to go beyond any other heathen. Okay, and the Lord allowed him to do that, man. Okay, and now he thinks that he's a God. Like, you understand that the access that the Most High has allowed this man to have, that he thinks, all right, that he is, all right, he thinks he is. Okay, let's get that real quick. You know, because they were speaking about the I am. Well, you go here to, okay, all right, this is Isaiah 47:7. It says, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did thou remember the latter end of it. Okay, the latter end of it. See, Esau wasn't considered in the end. He would have to deal with judgment. Okay, in his mind, he was just going to keep continue on and advancing and, you know, finding a way through his technology to extend his rulership. All right, verse 8, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Okay, this is how this man feels in his mind. I am, because he's been allowed so much access on the left-hand side. Okay, but the Lord did that for deception. So this man would have the mindset to think that he can go head up, you know. All right, for the sake of prophecy, it says, and none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Okay, because Esau Edom, through his technology, he thinks like your boy Yuval Noah Harari, he say we can make the Most High mad as we want. You see, he thinks that he can, through his technology, he can void out the judgment of the Most High. Okay, or that he can make himself invincible. Okay. Verse 9 said, but these things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in the perfection, all right, for the multitude of their sorcery, all right, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And the Most High has it planned perfectly. Okay, he has a timing perfectly for these devils, man. Okay, to really start breaking this thing down. Okay, but the scriptures say what? The multitude, okay, of thy sorceries, great abundance of thine enchantments. And this technology is part of sorceries and enchantments, man. Okay, that's why this technology puts spirits on people, man. Okay, you got to be enchanted, okay, to go down there and get those BBLs and lips. And, you know, you got folks try to have eye surgery to get fox eyes. Like, you got to be enchanted. But it comes through this man's technology, man. Okay, like you see, like Jake is enchanted. Like our people that's into these crazy ass cultures, street culture. Okay, you enchanted. A man jumping, a woman jumping up and down. Somebody, I don't need a man. She's enchanted. Okay, you know, the alphabet community, men chopping their wives, all these people are enchanted, man. Okay, women taping their breasts down, want to be men, you know, scrap-ons, and you know, this is all an enchantment, man. Okay. When you read on, it said verse 11 said, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall come upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. Okay, because Esau is used to being in full control. These elites are used to being in control of the narrative. Okay, in control of the situation, you know, causing things to happen and watching other people react. Okay. And they're used to being the aggressor in situation. All right. But the Most High is going to be the aggressor soon through Yahweh Shai. And their enchantments are not going to undo, all right, the evils that the Lord is about to bring upon these people, man. It said, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorcery, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. So the Most High is mocking Esau, Edom, you know, to try to utilize these enchantments to prevail against his judgment, man. Okay? It's mockery. It said, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Okay? And this is what this man is heavy into, man. And this is what he thinks he's going to be able to extend his empire with, is through a witchcraft, man. Okay? It says behold, they shall be a stubble, the fire shall burn them. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of these devils, these little witches gonna be burnt alive, man. Okay, since they worship fire so much. Okay. Hey, Howard Shai is gonna give them all the smoke they want, all the fire they want. Okay, because it's gonna come a time where the Most High is gonna cut off their access to the left hand, and they're gonna be vulnerable, all right, and they're gonna deal. It said they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm it, nor a fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. Okay? And these devils, all right, are going to be left, okay, to try to stand on that witchcraft, and they're going to fail. Okay, and if they're failing, you're going to see hey, these heathens start to draw back, man. Okay? This is where we at. All right? And I say these men are very satanic. Okay, they run the earth, man. Okay, it's a heavy satanic vibration in the earth. Okay? So I just want to put that out there, man. I seen that video. I said, man, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, you had all these Luciferian doctrines, which Lucifer just means light bearer. Okay? When you go into the word, just means light bearer, because that's why they call themselves Illuminati, the enlightened ones. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. You know, just to get that clarity on that. This is Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven? And this is from the rulership. Okay? Not the Christian doctrine where Satan, okay, gets Sparta kicked, you know, out the spiritual realm, you know, lands in, lands in Italy, you know, and you just get to terrorizing the earth. No. Okay, this is Esau, Edom, falling from his rulership. Okay? It says, oh, Lucifer, son of the morning. And Lucifer goes into light bearer. Okay? He calls himself the Illuminati, the enlightened ones, because they have, you know, tapped into the left-hand side of all this magic, man. Okay? And this has given them advantage in the earth. Okay? And they look at that dark magic as the light, as the way. Okay? They call themselves the illuminated ones, man. It said, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did is weaken the nation. Okay, because through his witchcraft, like they said, the men, they came up with, the atomic bombs and nuclear, physics. They was heavy into witchcraft. Okay, this man utilized witchcraft to weaken the nations in every way, through military, okay, through enchantments, you see, through pestilence, okay. He weakened the nations in every way. Well, now he's finna be cut down. He's finna be reduced, okay, to just normal people, okay. Because that superpower that he has of witchcraft is going to be taken away. He's just going to be normal, okay. He's going to be cut down. How thou become as weak as we, okay. You see, so that's the point. Lord will you, brothers, all right. And you sisters will edify once again. I'm gonna give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully, shalom.